The power of positivity. The power of positivity. Yes, it is hope, and you are seeing me. And I have entitled this live, TikTok, TED, and Feeling Positive. And why? Well, because I feel positive, of course. I am always positive, and let me share with you why. I was flying just a few days ago, and anyone who's new to my lives, I was a flight attendant for 15 years. I was ready to transition, so I took early retirement in 2020 to become a professional speaker. However, one of the fabulous terms of my retirement was keeping my flight benefits. However, as an airline worker, we get on the plane when there's an open seat. So I fly standby, and I always assume I'm getting on. I never make the assumption that I'm not going to have a seat on the plane. So I was flying through LAX, and there's a system where I can actually see how many seats are open on the plane, how many people are standing by. And I do an airline, hey, Counselor Cat Mom, I know. I have so many great things to tell you. I enjoy seeing you every time you sign on because I can feel your good energy, Counselor Cat Mom. So thank you. I'm here. I enjoy life, and I love to just enjoy my life. So at times I enjoy life, and it's summer, and I'm traveling, and I'm seeing friends, and I'm seeing family, and I'm looking elegantly browned and tanned, and I feel great. It's great. There's great things going on. Great things, okay? So check this out. I was at the airport, and I do like a airport meditation because I'm aware how much anxiety comes with flying. So I do an airport meditation where I say everything's working out. Every person I interact with in the airport during my day will be helpful, will be beneficial, will be finally, yes, sometimes you gotta lay out in the sun and have a good time, man. Jeez, I gotta look at me, I'm glowing. I still got the water bottle earrings, but come on, give me some credit. Give me some credit, okay? That's okay. I'll take Hooper. I'll take that. I used to play basketball when I was a kid. So I always go into flying or traveling assuming absolutely everything's going to work out. Assuming I'm going to sit next to the best people on the plane. Assuming I'll get that upgrade. Assuming everything will be uneventful. Because as a flight attendant, that was the perfect day when we had an uneventful flight. Meaning no delays, no cancellations, no crazy passengers. I'm glad. Thank you, Mag. I understand. And I take that with the utmost respect. So thank you. Thank you. And I still do what I want. I always say this. Like, you can ask my parents. I just do what I want. Do I need to update you? Tell me, do I need to update you? Do I need to update you when I just want to step away and be in the sun? Let me know, because I'm going to call on my hopefuls and a lot of people in my lives for advice for this live, because I have things that I value your opinion. Meaning, man, yes. Okay, well, let me start with the biggest thing. Well, I'm going to finish my story, and then we're going to roll on. You see, this is the thing. I'll just keep going and going. I got so much going on. So I assumed everything was going to go fantastic when I was traveling. And I left from my hometown, which is a small town. And then, thank you, Mag, for sharing and liking the live. And this is going to be long because I have a lot to say. So I'll probably be on here for hours talking. I get into LAX and I check my, I guess it would be my app to see my next flight. And I was number 9 on the standby list. What's up, Louisiana? What's up? What's up? I love Nolens. I have my great grandmother was from there, so I have a great connection to Nolens. I see that there's one seat, and I'm number 9 on the standby list. However, I said, it doesn't matter. I'm getting on this flight. This is this power of positivity that I assume. And let me just share with you, anytime you go to the airport, just assume you're going to get on. Especially if you're flying standby, assume it's going to work out. Because as I'm sitting in the boarding area and I was in LAX, I was writing, I was journaling, I was checking messages. I wasn't even focused on the list to get on. As the flight was boarding, because typically flights board anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes prior to departure, I hear one of the gate agents. And again, I'm number 9 on the standby list. Currently, there's one open seat on the flight. And I hear the gate agent say, wow, we have 18 misconnects. And I said, hope you did it again. You did, of course, it's always working out. 18 people did not make that flight. Now, my assumption was I'm getting on this flight regardless. However, there was a gentleman who wasn't far from me who was pacing back and forth. And I've seen it from being in the airport, of asking the gate agent, hey, are there enough seats? Hey, do you think I'm going to get on? Hey, when are you going to call the standbys? And I'm looking at this person and saying, hope detach, do your deep breathing. That has nothing to do with you. That's another element of it as well. Because there was a moment in time where I might have said, hey, you'll be fine. But that ain't got nothing to do with me. He was unaware of the other gate agent who's loading the flight who had said there are 18 misconnects. We had about 12 minutes left with boarding and the gate agents were talking. Now, anyone who hasn't worked in the airline industry is unaware of this. However, if there's misconnects, which there always is, people always misjudge time. Often, same with life. They might miss their alarm. They may get stuck in security. They may forget their passport. They may get stuck in traffic. So oftentimes, whatever you see, and this is when I'm flying standby, I always assume that 10% won't make it. So out of those 18 people, 9 people showed up. And I just gingerly walked on the plane. They said, standbys, come on. I walked onto the plane with the thinking of, wow, everything is always working out for me. I love my window seats. I love my window seats. If I have a preference, I like a window seat. I like to look, and ideally, I just like a seat. I'm not too particular, but I do like my window seats. So I went down the jet bridge. The gate agent said, hey, standbys, just come on. So I know what that means. It's time to go. I make a beeline towards the airplane and I hear the gate agent say, hey, stop her. I don't even have her ID. I was just ready to go. I know what that means. Just get on the flight. So I get on the flight. It was fantastic. And I land in my destination. And even with that, having an uneventful flight is oftentimes just forgotten about. I often hear people when I say, oh, I used to be a flight attendant, they say, oh, let me tell you about the worst flight of my life. First of all, I didn't ask about that. I never ask about that. But being a former airline employee, we're used to that. Individuals like to share their worst experience. And I bring it upon myself to say, okay, thank you for sharing that. And what's your favorite experience? Because why is it that the first experience shared is the worst? Why? I love to share the experiences like this, like, yo, there was one seat left and 18 people didn't make it, and I got the best seat, and I got on, and it was early, and we had an early departure. However, you know, I'm always happy in this sense. However, I'm gathering a lot from the airport. I gather a lot of inspiration from traveling and the airport experience. And now I take these things and make them into these uplifting words. However, anyone who is regularly, I'm so excited, in my lives, you're aware of that. And in the chat, I want you to put any feedback of what you enjoy hearing from me, how you enjoy hearing my messages, because I've been saying, oh, I have some things. What did I teach you, Ruben? What did I teach you? Please tell me. I had shared with you, I have some beautiful developments, and one that I am excited to share is I am officially a TED speaker. I am giving my first TED Talk this October, actually in Germany, and I'm so excited because I am giving my first TED Talk. Yes, and I often will counteract that negativity immediately with positivity. I've already trained myself to do that. So I will say, what's your favorite? Thank you, Ernest. What's your favorite memory of the plane? What's your favorite memory of a flight attendant? What's your favorite memory of an airport? What's your favorite plane? Thank you. So did I. It almost felt surreal because, and I'll have to find it, I had imposed me in front of the TED signage and put it next to my bed. And so I'd been sleeping next to it for maybe 2 or 3 years. So the fact that this has come to pass is like, wow. So I'm giving my TED Talk in October 7th, in Germany. And anything that you feel that is beneficial for me to share, please post it in the chat now, because I'm creating this speech currently. And that is my art. And it's also a part of, to be completely transparent, this journey of speaking, and the TED stage is as a speaker is a launch. It's a confirmation. It's a beautiful space that I am excited about and envisioning and seeing myself on the stage. And really, what do I want to share with the world? How do I seek my words to be absorbed into the individuals that will hear? I do speak of positivity, and I do speak of it in the ways that I travel and interact, and how I've interacted with the world. Yes, please. Well, now since I am a TED speaker, I can be the one to put a referral. Oftentimes you have to have 2 referrals. You need to, it is yours. It is yours. Take the stage. Yes. Well, I take that to the furthest extent, Ruben, because not only am I intentional about everything that I ingest, meaning music, food, energies, all of that, I completely agree. However, how deeply can you take that? Because oftentimes, just see yourself doing it. Like I've always saw myself doing it until I got the call. Not until I got the call, but then it was, okay, what needs to be heard? However, with positivity, how positive can you be? Can you be positive? And I will be completely transparent in this mode. I am still happy and positive when I had received an eviction notice. You wouldn't have known. I was still showing up with a smile. So what? This is that moment in time. This isn't forever. But oftentimes what I've experienced is individuals only being positive when everything is going as expected. Positivity is for when things aren't going as expected. Positivity, thank you, is when that money didn't show up. And you're still saying, yeah, but in this moment, I can feel good. In this moment, I'm healthy. In this moment, I have a friend I can talk to. In this moment, I have people that want to hear what I have to say. In this moment, I am here on this floating rock. Not, I don't have the money. I'm about to be kicked out. I don't know about this job. I don't like the people at this job. I don't know if I still want to do this. I'm in the relationship I don't want. Can you still show up in your best self? And oftentimes I feel that's the challenge with positivity. It sounds great until you're faced with a moment where everything isn't on your wavelength. So what does that mean to be positive? And it is that challenge. It is that challenge of I can still choose to feel good. I am choosing to feel good. I am choosing that I survived. I am choosing that I'm thriving. I am choosing that how things are currently does not change my state of well-being. Because I'm healthy. Because I'm upbeat. Because I'm willing to say I'm still here with a smile. I'm still here. I've made it to this day. That's the difference. And while I was flying, that really increased my ability to be positive. I've always been positive. I come from positive people. However, I got to witness how easily individuals let their well-being and positivity be shifted. They get onto the plane and, I hate flying and I hate that. Okay, you're flying in a metal tube. Like, there's something that can come from this. There's something positive that can come from this. And when I would speak to passengers and they would say, someone cut me off when I was driving here and I couldn't find a parking space. Yeah, but so what? You're here now. None of that stuff actually matters in this moment. Someone cut you off and you still made it. You couldn't find a parking space until you did, and now you're on the flight. And you're talking to me. You're talking to hope. You're actually talking to a physical manifestation of hope. There's always a way to change it in your favor if you want. But it's often the easiest thing to do to just say, you know what? I'm just going to take this current of negativity. I'm going to take this current of everything not working out and I'm just going to ride this all the way. No, not me. Not me. Money, so what? I've shared with this often how easily money will shift someone's perception of themselves and their feeling about themselves. Meaning, when I have it, when I have enough, I feel good about myself. Aloha, Sherry, nice to see you. When I don't have it, I don't feel good about myself. When I don't have it, I'm not worthy of certain spaces. When I don't have it, why should I feel positive? I don't have money. Shift that. It's a means of exchange. It isn't who you are. It doesn't add to you. It doesn't take away from you. It's just a means of exchange. And learning to detach yourself from how much money you do or don't have can shift. It can shift your life completely. Oftentimes, the detachment, and listen, I'm the daughter of a capitalist. I do love my currency. You will never hear me say it's not worth anything. It's a means of exchange. It can enable life to be more comfortable. It can open up a choice. The choice when you have it of saying my car broke down, I'll take it to get fixed or I'll get a new car is completely different from I don't have it. I don't know how I'm going to get to work. I don't know how I'm going to get to point A and B. That I understand. It enables choices to be made completely. However, I also believe if you have a smaller amount, you can just be more creative. You can just be more creative. And I shared how a friend of mine loved to go to performances. She didn't always want to buy the tickets, so she began volunteering as a ticket agent or someone leading the people who were coming to see the performances to their seat. So it wasn't about money because she could see every performance just because she chose to volunteer. Same thing with me in flying. I wanted to leave. I wanted to relocate. I wanted to leave the state of California where I was raised, specifically because I had this instance with this guy and I was like, I need to get out of the city. Like, I don't want to see this guy ever again. And I don't want to live here. I don't want to live here. And I don't want to live here. And I want to travel. And I'm going to travel and help people. I did not know it would come in the form of flying. And that's how it came. Well, I'm going to call you in, Sherry. Because I don't call out anyone. I call in. The fact that you see it means it's already here. And it's not about, oftentimes it's that shift of, if there's one, there's many. It's not even mastering it. Sometimes it's just seeing it. Sometimes it's just feeling it. Sometimes it's just hearing it. Sometimes it's just being aware of it. Because the assumption is that individuals know it and don't practice it. Oftentimes, individuals aren't aware of it. I don't know individuals' upbringings. I don't know what they have been around. But maybe they've just seen this life. Or maybe they've seen someone in a grocery store that smiled. Or maybe they've seen a dispute rectified with just a conversation. That's the shift. You see how you want it to be seen. So if we allow something to be seen as it's never shifting, then it wasn't. It won't. I choose to see a positive shift in everything. And it's always us. Perception can be reality, but even that can be up for discussion. However, out of all the countries I've seen, they're always changing. So I won't label anything good or bad meaning a country being good or bad. They're always shifting. And oftentimes it's my perception. I am always positive because there's things that I have seen and I take the choice to choose the positive. However, not everything is for everyone. Also, those who seek it will feel it. And that's the shift. That's the shift. It's not about all. It's about those who choose. And maybe that's not even it. I don't know. I will often say I don't know. But what I do know is how excited I am about this TED Talk. So again, I'm really coming to my hopefuls, which are the people that love to hear these uplifting words, just to ask, how my words of positivity are helpful to you, because that's what my TED Talk is about, and that's what I speak about. So anything that has been helpful to you, share it in the chat. It will be ever so grateful for me. Yeah, it's about calling in. That's also the thing, to be graceful, first of all, and I've said this often, the way we speak to others is how we speak to ourselves. I speak kindly to myself. I was spoke kindly to as a child. I was sat down and taught how to do things. Sometimes individuals just don't know. What's up, Tammy? I know, I've been tanning. Can't you see? I've been enjoying my life. But Tammy, guess what? I am so happy to share. I am giving a TED Talk. I will be gracing the TED stage in October. I've been holding on to this, but now it's like out. So I'm here to share that, and I'm really excited. And I'm asking all of my hopefuls and people who listen to me on TikTok, share any helpful words that I've shared or how my speaking or positivity has been helpful, because that will go into the speech. It's not that you're not good at it. That's another thing I'm calling you in. You're just learning. At times, we're just in the cycle of learning. Thank you. It's not that you're not good. And change the language for yourself. I am learning. Instead of I'm not good, I'm learning. Hey, Hope, I learned from you. I'm learning. I learned this from my father. My father is one of the most patient people. And he would always say, once you raise your voice, once you yell, once you curse at someone, you've already lost. So I learned from my father. And my father was a business owner, and he would say, you don't have to like anyone, but you can get along with everyone. The assumption is, I will only get along with them if they agree with me. I only get along and like people when they agree with my political views or religious views or morality. No, because that's conditional. That's conditional. All of that is, listen, people just show up. My goal in life isn't for everyone to agree with me. In fact, I assume that you probably won't. That's okay. My goal is to just be able to have a dialogue with a human being. What is love to me? I say love when I think about having a child. Love is accepting a human being for who they are in that moment. Loving them for what they are in that moment, no matter how they show up. Not saying, no, I don't like that, let me change you. No, I love this experience. I love you. I allow you to show up without judgment. I allow you to show up without telling you how you need to show up with me. I just love you as a human being, because we're all sharing this experience. And I truly love people. I do. I go everywhere and I just talk. Yes, of course it does. Yes. That is a limiting belief to believe it doesn't. I've lived all over the world. I've been to over 60 countries and still traveling. For me to put any cap on this only works for them, I don't know what works for everyone. In fact, nothing works for everything. This is why blanket statements often are just, yes, I'm loved now. That's the first thing I write. I am loved, I'm feeling loved, and I am the feeling of love. I come from love. That Sharon, is it Sharon or Sharon? Please clarify. Because I'm an infinite source of love. I believe we all are. And it is what we need to make the world go round. Thank you. I appreciate that, Counselor Cam. I'm taking notes now for my TED Talk, because now I'm fully in artist mode. What needs to be shared? The ability to just listen. My father would tell me this. Is it like Charan? Charan? My father would say, if you can listen, you can understand. But to listen, thank you. I'm glad I pronounced it correctly. Yes, it's for all demographics, of course. However, you have to get out of your demographic to understand that all demographics are the same demographic. You will have to get uncomfortable, meaning go associate with something outside of your associated demographic to understand. To me, demographics don't really mean as much as we label them to be. I would love that. To listen means not to be formulating a response. To listen means to listen with your ears, listen with your eyes, look at the body language, understand tone, understanding there's other things behind words that you may not understand. So ask additional questions. Oftentimes I hear, oh no, they didn't mean that. Well, did you ask? Or is this another assumption? And to truly love humans is to ask. And I shared about being uncomfortable because the assumption is you know until you don't. The assumption of how to find a place to live would be like, of course, you go in, you can look online or look in the newspaper, you give them money and you move in. Yeah, but that's not the same if you go to Germany. If you go to Germany, you may have to put 6 months to a year's worth of rent. In Germany, you have to bring your own flooring. You wouldn't know that, though, until you were there. So the assumption is, I know how to rent a place anywhere in the world. Well, you don't, but you wouldn't know until you're out of your comfort zone or what's familiar and somewhere different to see, oh, people do things differently. Okay, wow. What does that mean for me? How can that challenge what I think I know? How can that challenge how I can grow? Most of my talks are about what I've learned through traveling, especially through working with other nationalities, because the assumption is it's the same everywhere. It's not. It's not. But it never cost me anything. It's always something I wanted. Charan. I purposely left to grow. I purposely left the country, my comfort zone, my native language, my understanding of religion, my understanding of connection, my understanding of family, my understanding of understanding to grow into a larger space of being. Sure, absolutely. However, that is, now I'm speaking directly to you, Charan. Absolutely. However, if it allows me to grow, then the price is right. And I often speak on, with money, I don't do anything because of a price. Meaning, and my mom will say I was the most expensive kid, that can be limiting for me. Just because if something is high or expensive does not mean it's not worth it for me. Same thing with where I live. I will only live where I want to live. I'm not living somewhere because of the price. In fact, as I spoke to my father, oftentimes There's a reason why something has a lower price. But if I truly feel that I am here to live and live more abundantly, I'm going to challenge what life is for me. I'm always challenging myself. The reason why you see my hair like this was purely a challenge. And it's something that I love, and it's liberating, and it was partially spiritual because I'm in a different space in life, but it's also a challenge on just aspects of beauty for women. I always thought I was a speaker just for women. In reality, words are universal. However, there are certain people that have to hear it from me, from my skin tone, from my hair, with seeing me in this version. Meaning, whoa, I saw this girl Hope. Thank you, Mag. That's a beautiful statement. I love that. But how often do you do it? And we'll go deeper into this because now this may be the message. I'm still writing my TED Talk. But how deep? Listen, okay, let me pull the cap off. I won't say it's all cap. I don't know what that means. My nieces use these terms. I don't really know a lot of American slang, nor do I use it. Oftentimes people say things that they're not living. I will only share with you what I'm living. I live it. Maybe that's my role in life. Because a lot of people do not feel empowered enough to live it. To do this, there is a lot of tears. There is a lot of discomfort. There's a lot of confusion. When I sought a space to dissemble what I thought I knew to be real, it is beyond uncomfortable. I was raised in a Christian household. My family is loving and open, and my father was a pastor. So the word of God, Jesus Christ, was the foundation of my being. And thank you, Chair Round. Well, then you right here with me. When I chose to disassemble that, when I chose to question that, when I chose to, especially while living in I don't know exactly. Thank you for telling me all this because I don't know any of this, and I will not use it. I will not use these words. Maybe I'll sprinkle them in for the kids. However, to question or step away from religion or whatever you feel is true is daunting because everything has to be questioned and disassembled. I understand why individuals don't take that road. I understand. And a lot of this came from my 7 years living abroad, my time living with people who were, I appreciate you, Ernest, thank you, who were not American. In fact, yes, just asking why. Just asking why. I get to distinguish that in the moment. I know my physical boundaries, but then again, I can always question them or push them. I don't know. To be completely honest, that's always changing in the moment. It depends. I have certain boundaries that I uphold for myself, but everything can change in the moment. To me, everything is fluid. There's nothing that will stick that is right now that will be forever in my life. It depends on where I am. It depends on what I'm doing. Life is fluid. That judgment is from outside, Sherry. This is where I'll call you in. Judgment, unless I'm doing it, is outside of me, which has nothing to do with me. If someone has an opinion or a judgment about my belief, that has nothing to do with me. It actually has everything to do with them, and that's to be expected. It's to be expected. Thank you, the Punisher. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If someone has a judgment, they're going to have a judgment. They aren't me. They are going to question themselves, which may come in the form of hurtful words. That has nothing to do with me. In fact, that has more to do with how I feel about myself and how I can communicate that or not, or completely disassociate myself with their lack of understanding. Yes, on YouTube. It's always on YouTube. On my YouTube, Hope is Speaking. And since I'm back from being tan around the water with friends, everything will be updated. I feel secure in every moment in my life. I speak that and I write that in my journal. I feel safe. I am secure and I am protected. I walk. If you knew who walked with you in every moment of your life, you would never doubt yourself. And that's coming from someone who's jumped out of a plane, who's been ran over, who's been kicked out of a country. Like, there's a reason why I have this element. I have done a lot and I'm still here. So it's possible. Everyone who came before me. Meaning, if it was a grandmother, if it was a friend of mine, if it was whatever you believe in, I believe those elements are always with us. If it's a parent that you lost, if it's something, however, I believe that. I believe in my strength because I believe. It's not about anyone else outside of me. It's about me. This is why I do difficult things. The reason why I run marathons is because, wow, I believe I can do it. Have I done it? No, but I can do it. Have you trained for it? No, but I can do it. I can do it. Thank you, Counselor Katma. I say that. I journal it. I journal it every morning. That's the first thing I do. And I will share with you, I told you, this is going to be a very long live. I've gone beyond I am, because I would put I am love, I am now, I am feeling. Yes, I am 39. I will be 40 in November. I am feeling love. I am feeling loved. I am feeling loving. I am feeling vibrant. I am feeling robust. I am feeling empowered. That's the first thing I write when I wake up. This is kind of trained, but this is something that's consistent. If I seek to be the voice of my generation, if I speak to be revered as a Maya Angelou, I have to program myself. And that's how I see myself. That's what I want to inspire. And even receiving my news of that's you. That's you, Mag. It's my power, Mag. My power be knocking off the TikTok algorithms. Yeah, I am. Well, not yet. I will be in November. I know, and it just keeps looking better and better. So, and I'll share about that because I always get these really, really, really young. Who are you? I am Hope. I am a magnificent being who truly believes in the beauty of what I was birthed to be. So my TED Talk is inspiring because when I took retirement, and I always said I was going to retire at 35. I retired at 36 from flying. And then I said, I'm going to take a year. You guys are getting the whole story. This is great. I'm going to take a year to live. I'm going to take a year to do what I want, buy what I want, chill. And this was I was the flight attendant. This was during 2020. I'm going to sit with that. That's beautiful. I'm going to sit with that, Charon, and I will give you a response. What is my purpose in this realm? Let me write that down, because that may be something. I told myself I'm going to give myself a year to do what I want, because how often do individuals say, I'm not going to work, I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to retire, and I'm going to live, and then I will find what's for me, and I will go. That's what I did. I knew it was going to be my voice, because I had already been probably 3 or 4 years into seeing what's next. I've lived a dream. I've seen the world thousands of times. Whether it was the celebrities, when I modeled, or music, or all of I've done that. But it's not as fulfilling as I saw it to be. Traveling, yes, but I want to leave a legacy. And I've always loved to speak. I always loved reading Rainbow, and when speakers would come and authors would come, and I would feel inspired, and that's where I saw myself even as a child. Let me write down what you asked, because I will answer this. It will come. So 2020, when I took thank you for liking the live and share the live. This is all 8 people. You are getting the full story. There's usually more. However, you're getting the story. So I took the early retirement in 2020, knowing I was going to take the retirement because a year prior, I had look at the dog. I had a near-death experience, and I'd had a few of those, and they're always redirections for my life, where the left engine of the 737 I was on went out. And I took 3 months off, and I will always say, take time off. I'm a big advocate for taking time off. I always pet her. It's a her. There's 2 of them. I'll bring them over. The husky. I took time off because of my post-traumatic stress after the plane went down. But also really to say, what am I here for? What is this thing? Her name is Alma. There's Alma, and then there's Peso. So Peso, thank you. Peso is a Chihuahua Terrier mix, and then Alma is a husky, and she just turned a year. And then Peso, they're both sleeping because it's very hot. Oh yeah, I love all animals. I love all animals. I'm definitely an earth goddess. I love animals, and animals love me. So during that year off, I said, okay, I'm living, I'm shopping, I'm doing what I need to do. And then I'm going to come into the space for what is for me, for what I'm leaving behind, for my nieces to say, that's my aunt. Because there's an element of, there's a coolness with being smart. Yes, Counselor Cat Mom. I believe I shared with you. I was the head flight attendant on a 737. Our left engine went out. We had an emergency landing. I was quite frightened. It was the second one in my career. Most flight attendants never have that. I feel that these things happen to me on a spiritual level because, truly because I'm a leader and I could handle it. But it did shift my perspective on life, as were the transitions, because I had passengers die on flights with me, and that was something that changed my perspective on life. And I do live like I know it's going to end, and it will. And this is why I so diligently said, okay, I'm speaking. When I think of speakers, I do think of the Maya Angelou's and the Nikki Giovanni's and what is her name? The beautiful young woman that spoke at Biden's inauguration. I've always thought that was so regal. Very well, Charon. Very well. I very well. I can connect to that, and that's also. I'm jumping all over. However, follow me. My mother's side is Choctaw Native American, and I've shared with this. I have my card. I'm a part of the Choctaw tribe. And for me, connecting to that realm, spiritual realm, especially within my native or indigenous side, is important to me. And I do take part in indigenous practices. There you go. Thank you, Amanda Gorman. Like the Indian Sweat Lodge, as well as some of these things that are more in that spiritual realm. And I'm comfortable with it, and I'm just amazing. So if I believe it, I know it's true. That's the point of what I talk about. So I have nieces and nephews that I love dearly. And I have 3 nieces that are young women. And it's important to me to be somewhat of a role model just for young women or people. Like, whoa, I was teased because you speak so proper, you speak wide, I'm straight A's in school and all of this. So what? It never bothered me. That's cool to be smart. It's cool to be well-versed with your words. It's cool to stand up for yourself. It's cool to trust yourself and be okay with yourself. And originally, I got into speaking to speak to young women. And I need to turn off this Roomba because I don't want it to disrupt what you can hear. Exactly. I don't care about that. Here's the other thing. When individuals would say this to me, and I was always small. I'm still small. I didn't even hit 100 pounds till I was like a junior or a sophomore in high school. I chose to fight with my words. I'm never a fighter. I've never physically been in an altercation. However, if you want to battle with me, come with your A game, okay? I have a presence about me. And that's what I found empowering. That my words could shut down any quote unquote bully. Because you ain't gonna bully me. I have sisters at home who are doing that. You can't bully me. And I also walk with the strength of, I know what's real. I have 2 parents that love me and support me. And we can laugh together. I have these sisters and we can laugh together. I have goals that I'm accomplishing. I feel good. I'm healthy. That's what's important to me. I'm not seeking validation. There was a time where I was. There was a time where I wanted to be in rooms with individuals, and I got into these rooms and saw that I still feel the same. There's no change to me. So that's a lacking within myself. It was never them. It was always the lacking within me. And that work within myself, meaning, why do I feel a lack? Why do I feel that maybe the presence of a notable man makes me more attractive? The presence of a partner who graduated from Yale or Harvard makes me more of what I am. Well, that was my internal dialogue because I left college. And this is all through therapy, seeing, oh, I wanted someone to validate my own shortcomings where I didn't feel okay. Oh, okay, well, I can let go of that. No one's looking to say, Hope, where did you go to college? It doesn't matter. This is our internal dialogue. And this is really the work I've done within myself. Maybe this is what I'll speak about in my TED Talk. Side note, I have no idea yet what this TED Talk is going to be about. However, it's going to be fantastic. So the fact that now getting back to speaking and being on the TED stage and having my nieces say like, that is my aunt, I am now someone that they can say, or anyone, whoa, look at that. I can do it. It's possible. It's possible. That's it. My true goal is for you just to dream and go. I didn't finish college. In fact, I always knew I'm smarter than all you guys anyway. And because I love learning, I'm always reading. I'm always studying another language. I am multilingual. I put myself in these positions to learn and be uncomfortable. I enjoy the discomfort of what learning brings. I can always blossom. And that's with all of us. Everything is learned. Everything. Whether it's a language, whether it's a skill, whether it's new information, which means we can always learn something more. We can learn something more about ourselves. We can learn something more about other individuals or humanity or culture, or a skill that can better our income or just changing our professions, whatever it is. Then we are limitless beings. But that's only if you believe it. That's only if you believe it. A lot of this power comes from the fact that I've said, okay, I want to do this, and I do it. Okay, I want to live in London. Okay, I'll go. I didn't know how. I didn't say like, can I afford it? I never think of money, because the fact that you think that you can do it, you can do it. The means will come. And this was when I first was with the airline, and my company had international bases. And when I got my transfer, it was never, how am I going to afford this? It was, okay, new adventure. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I was so excited. And my first flat came from my boyfriend at the time. His business partner's cousin was moving out of her flat the day that I had to report to the London base. It couldn't have been set up more perfectly. I never once said, can I afford this? In fact, my roommate at the time, she said, you move in, we'll work out a price. This is why I say just dream it and go, because things just start working. Things just start coming about. When I moved to Paris, it was the same thing. J'adore Paris, j'adore les Françaises, et j'adore les langues de français parce que mon grand-mère parlait français, parce que elle a créole, and I've always loved French. Yes. Oh, yes. And Colorado, the air is so fresh. I love Colorado. I love, love, love. And the Rockies, yes, of course. Of course. I used to visit a good friend of mine who is a news reporter there. And I would just rent one of the local bikes and ride around and smell the air. It was lovely. I love it. I love it. You just go. And the beauty of going somewhere is you're recreating. You don't even need to worry about it. There's things that you'll have to learn, let go of, all of that. I love it. I love it. I am someone who does like to shift, and I do shift. You've seen a shift, but I do enjoy living in different destinations every 3 to 5 years, and leaving people behind. I will say, Meg, you know I love saying this. I do enjoy, and I physically connect to when it's time for me to shift. It's time for me to shift. I've learned enough from this space. It's time for a new space. That's why I also haven't bought anywhere, but I don't, owning a place, unless it's what I truly love, I'm not going to own a place. In fact, I'll have to build a home. So, back to the TED Talk. I think of me seeing myself speaking, like being that 8-year-old, and how I would view myself, and how inspiring that would be, and how inspiring it is. I often don't speak of skin color because I've traveled so much. I do see skin color, of course. You won't ever hear me say, I don't see skin color. I do. It just doesn't change anything about a person. It doesn't bring a judgment, because I've just been to many places that people are just people. And I know how important it is for a Black woman or a person who looks like me to see me. To see me with this hair, to see me. I don't really wear makeup. I was a makeup artist. That's probably why I don't wear makeup anymore. But I think the hottest girls are the ones that can just wake up and they look beautiful as well. But there's something about that, because at times, and this goes to the woman element, we are given a lot of messages of how to show up. Show up with lashes and hair and makeup and altering our bodies. No, just show up and be okay with you. Be okay with your healthy body. Be okay with your clear mind. Be okay with the uniqueness that is you. Be okay with any quirks that are you. Be okay with your past. Be okay with your present. Be okay with your future. If you need to be delusional, sure. I don't think it's delusion. I think it's how we craft our life. And you're seeing it. Because as I told you, I superimposed a picture of me onto the TED stage. And I slept next to it. It was on my bedside. And now this is my first TED Talk. There will be a lot of changes that you will see, including something else, all right? So the TED is a huge accomplishment, something I'm really excited about. I'll put more links into my bio about it. It is being recorded in Germany, and I don't know if you want to come, but you can. I'm also, thank you. I'm also going to the TikTok headquarters. Yes, Hope is. And I was sent something. Let's see, can you see it? From TikTok. I guess people really like to see me talk. So let me unbox this, because I actually don't know what this is. So I'm going to unbox this now. Oh, by the way, my little sister, this is why I'm so happy. My sister got me this outfit, which I really enjoy. Okay, so I love this bag. I know, thank you. Thank you. I love this bag because I love reusable bags. I'm like Miss Sustainable. So if you see me at a farmer's market, this can fit like 20 ears of corn and all of my vegetables in here. And I love a reusable bag. So a reusable bag. Okay, let's see what this is. Okay. Oh, it's this side. Okay. What's in it? Ta-da! How do you... This is why I like people to do stuff for me. Oh, it's a light. Okay, let me try to set this up now. So it's a light. Okay. I like natural lighting. However, you gotta have some light. Okay. I'll just set this up now. I typically don't read directions. Trill, is that real and true mixed together, Mag? So yes, on the 10th, I'm going to the TikTok headquarters with some other creators, and I will be on live in the TikTok building. I'm excited about this. There's developments, you know. Okay, so let me see how you set this up. Okay. So there's that. Okay. So I just unboxed the top part, which is the light. Then I already am. Get it? Okay. So then this is the parts. Okay. What is this? Oh, it's a TikTok backdrop. It's a nice little TikTok thing, button. Some stickers. Trill. I know that, Mag. I do know that. I know Trill. I just won't use these sayings. There's better sayings. Okay, so this is... I guess this is a background. I can just use this as a blanket, I think. I would just use it as a blanket. Okay. What else? I know about Trill. Come on now, Mag, please. Come on now. I know, Georgia, right? Okay. So, lastly, let's unbox this bracket. Right. Okay. This should be easy. You know, I do speak of liking someone to do this. I will easily just hire someone to do stuff like this. However, I know I can do it myself. These things, okay. I don't know. Well, it's a light. It's a light. Do I need to, you know what I need to prove to you guys? I can do this. Because I'll just say somebody else could do it. No, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to accomplish this now. Because I can do anything. So, yeah, there's been quite a bit going on. And, man, I want people to live. And to be honest, as I say, people say they're living, they're not. It all comes down to me not wanting to do what I don't want to do. Or, yes, I refuse to do anything I don't want to do. But how deeply does that go? If I don't want to live somewhere, I'm not going to live there. If I don't want to work a particular job, I will do what it takes to do what I want to do. If I'm not happy in a relationship, I'm not going to say, yeah, but, we've been together this long, or he does this for me. No, I can only do what's fulfilling to me. And there's a beauty in that. However, it's just what I want. It's truly what I want and see for myself. And how does this where does this link on to? Maybe it links on to right here. Like, where? These are these things that I really wish other people would do for me. But I'm determined to complete this on live. Okay? I'm determined. I can look at the picture. Boom, boom, boom. I think. So does anyone have a title for my TED Talk? I'm fully in artist mode. But I definitely can tell you I have a premise of what I'm going to talk about. I don't have a title yet. I think this. Where does, okay. Mag, I know you can come up with a title. So I'm determined to get this done. I cannot be Hope and not have this complete on here. Okay, operation guide. First use vertical 90, tighten clockwise. Okay, so this goes up, vertical 90, tighten clockwise. Okay, boom, good, Hope, okay, then what? I think this goes, yes, Mag, I'm tasking you with this. I also had, and I'll talk about this, a little bit of, what is it called? What is it called when you don't feel that you're worthy of such? It is called imposter syndrome. I quickly worked out of that because it will not come to me unless it was for me and unless I was ready for it. Mag, I'm counting on you for the title. Okay, I think I got it. Okay. I think. Okay. All right. It should be a what? Are you saying that's the title? The title is Hope, or are you laughing at me? I am a bit aloof, and I claim that. I definitely claim that. What else is going on? Let me just talk to you outside of TED positivity. Let's see what else. I will be going to probably 2 Beyonce shows with my sisters, and we were planning out our outfits because I'm definitely gonna make some outfits. This has been a really, I just feel more and more blessed. Even the time with my family, there's been no knockdown, drag out arguments with me or any of my sisters, which is always great. Okay. I think, okay. That, and then where does this go into? Tube clip. I know. Actually, you're kind of onto something because I thought of that. And I said, I wrote it down. And it was something with my name. So you may be onto something. However, maybe I just need to like figure out this first. This first, Ted second. Boom. Right, so the TikTok thing is on what, the 10th? That's in like a week. And yay, okay. There we go, I think. All right, so what does this plug into? All right, I've done it. I've done it. Let's see. Woohoo. Oh, wow. I am so proud of myself. I did it. It is up. My wonderful light from TikTok. Thank you, TikTok, for my fill-in light. I love that. Blank and hope. Yes, the hope effect. I love that, Counselor Cat Mom. Okay, you've signed. You've said, come here, Peso! Come here, Peso! So this is Peso. This is Peso. Okay, Peso. Chill, Peso. Oh. And this is okay. And then I didn't know huskies always, they like howl. Okay. Alma gets jealous when I'm around Peso because I love Peso. I love my small little dogs because then she can run with me and rollerblade with me. But Alma, which is the larger husky, came after Peso. So at times I give a little bit more attention to Peso, and she doesn't like that, but such is life. There's always a favorite. It just is what it is. And then they fight and play, and that's what it is. So I love that, Counselor Cat Mom. I really enjoy that. I will... And then there's something else. There's another place. Oh, the Bahamas for a Toastmasters event. Yeah, yes. Isn't it a great name? There's quite a bit this month, but TED isn't till October. Yeah, there's a beautiful moment yesterday. Now I'm just like, I love that too. Yeah, I love that as well. Yeah, I like all of these names. I'll be practicing and you'll hear some of these things because I'm every day adding and trying to formulate what it is for really one of the biggest stages, the first large stage-ish that I will be stepping onto. So this is great. I just couldn't hold it any longer. And once it was official, I had to say, let me go on TikTok and share it. And I won't be away as long. I had to step away. I just was like enjoying summer and then family and things like this. So I understand. I understand when I received a message like, oh, where are you? Are you okay? I'm okay. I am. I just do what I want. So I am. Thank you, Counselor Cat Mom, for both. I love both of those. I'm actually going to go walk the dogs right now, and I'm back to being on twice. However, it will be longer because I may be just practicing some messages like the ones I will deliver. And life is good, man. Life is good. I will be a lot more transparent. There will be some stories that I'm looking forward to sharing. And I am excited at what has developed and what's developing. I'm going to keep it trill and continue to. You are welcome, Counselor Cat Mom. You are. So, let me go walk these dogs and close with my same thing. Be the infinite source of love because we come from. Be the reflection of love because we come from an infinite source of love. Show up like I did today. Make it look good when you show up. I've been rocking these earrings a lot because I really appreciate the element of water because it's hot. I'm always going to make it look good. And challenge what you think you can do. Challenge yourself. This is why I show up so powerfully. I said, oh yeah, I'm going to be giving a TED Talk. I said that like I probably started years before, and it's happening. It happens. The point isn't the time that it takes. The point is that it does. So whether it's 5 years, 10 years, 50 years, it's the fact that it does. And we're always continuing to better our best. So you are first to hear it, and you will be seeing changes on my page and pages, and even there's just stuff happening. And I'm ready to share. So Mag, I'm back, okay? We're going out. We're going out. I love you all. Let me take these dogs out. And I will be back on. For real? You see? You see? I will see you soon. I love you. Ciao.